All right, so today we're diving deep into the mind of a serial entrepreneur.
Okay.
And we've got this amazing interview with Saad Hashmani.
Right.
He's a Pakistani-American entrepreneur, and his story is, honestly, it's full of these really raw and honest insights, you know?
I know exactly what you mean.
So, like, right off the bat, he talks about his childhood in Pakistan. And he describes it as being driven by this, almost like this intense energy, even a bit of anger, you know?
Wow.
And it's not like sugar-coated or anything. He's very upfront about it.
Okay, interesting.
And this is an incredible part, his parents, they really helped him channel that energy into building and creating things.
That's so interesting. I mean, it really highlights how those early experiences really shape you.
It's true.
Even the tough ones, they can really mold you, you know?
Absolutely.
That entrepreneurial spirit, it often comes from having to, like, hustle, you know?
It's like that fire inside. And, you know, that drive, it ultimately leads him to America.
Okay.
He's searching for a better life, right? The American dream.
Right.
But, and this is where it gets really interesting, he has to start completely from scratch.
Wow.
It's like a reality check on that whole idea of just coming to America and finding instant success.
Yeah, the romanticized version
Exactly.
often differs from the reality.
Yeah, it's not handed to you.
Right.
And that's where the resilience comes in.
You got to be resilient.
Then you have to recalibrate those expectations.
I think that's something that a lot of people can relate to, that process of recalibrating.
Absolutely. It's universal, you know? And then he goes on to challenge this idea of formal education.
Oh.
He's not saying it's worthless, but he places more value on street smarts.
Interesting.
He's all about identifying your unique skills and figuring out how to make money from them.
Right.
Even if it means going against the grain.
Yeah.
And this is what I find so fascinating.
What's that?
It's like he's embodying this idea of unconventional education, you know?
It makes you think about, like, those people who just, they don't fit into that traditional box.
Totally.
And they end up finding success on their own terms.
Like Bill Gates dropping out of Harvard.
Exactly.
And speaking of unconventional paths, Saad actually talks about dropping out of engineering school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and at the time, he saw it as this huge failure.
Right.
But, and this is so crucial for our listeners, it forced him to really redefine what success meant to him.
That's a powerful takeaway.
It is, because we all face setbacks, you know?
Absolutely.
But it's how we choose to see them that really matters in the end.
Yeah, I completely agree.
And he didn't just adapt, he completely embraced that change.
Wow.
And he uses this analogy of a buffalo charging into a storm
Oh, that's interesting.
to describe his approach to entrepreneurship.
A buffalo.
Yeah, like he'd rather face the challenge head on than seek shelter, which I think says a lot about his mindset.
It does.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
And this is where his story takes a really interesting turn.
Okay.
He starts talking about how his purpose, it evolved.
Yeah.
It's not just about personal achievement anymore, it's about giving back.
I see.
About creating those same opportunities for others, especially back in Pakistan.
Wow, that's incredible.
It is, and it speaks to this whole idea of social entrepreneurship, you know?
Using your success to make a positive impact.
Exactly. It's like you're not just building a business, you're building a legacy.
Powerful stuff. It's truly inspiring to see someone so driven to uplift others.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting?
What's that?
When you really listen to his story, you realize that his definition of success, it wasn't something he was just given, you know?
Right.
He had to fight for it.
You had to redefine it,
Exactly. He talks about this immense pressure he felt
Really?
to constantly prove himself.
I can see that.
And he mentions how people often assume
What do they assume?
that successful people, they have it all figured out.
Oh, right. That they never struggle.
Yeah. But he challenges that directly.
How so?
He says, and I quote, "Don't mistake someone's lack of success for a lack of intelligence."
That's a good quote.
Isn't it?
It is. It's like everyone's on their own timeline.
Exactly.
You can't compare someone's journey to your own.
And he's a big believer in self-awareness.
Well, absolutely.
Like, he actually recommends writing down your strengths,
Oh,
those things that you're naturally drawn to,
that makes sense.
and then using technology.
Like what, AI and stuff?
Yeah, AI, anything to help you explore those areas further.
Interesting. It's like you're saying, figure out your strengths and then use every tool you have to, like, maximize them.
Exactly. Turn those talents into something tangible, something that can create a real path forward.
It's about turning your passion into a living.
And, you know, speaking of creating a path,
Yeah.
content creation, it's a huge part of his strategy.
Makes sense.
He's super active on social media.
Right.
Sharing his experiences, his insights. It's like he's creating a roadmap for others.
That's great. Giving back in a way.
And he goes beyond just business.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he tackles social issues, starts important conversations.
So it's all connected, that purpose-driven action.
It's all connected, yeah.
He's building a movement, not just a brand.
And he draws this parallel between entrepreneurship and physical fitness.
Okay, how so?
It's like, just because you achieve a certain level of fitness, you don't just stop working out.
You got to keep pushing, keep growing.
Exactly. It's that continuous effort.
Maintaining that momentum.
And he talks about the importance of mindset.
Right, like a buffalo mindset.
Exactly. It's not just about charging into any storm. It's about seeing those challenges as opportunities.
For growth.
For growth, absolutely.
And adapting.
And he encourages us to take ownership.
Of what?
Of those challenges by shifting our perspective, you know?
Okay.
Instead of thinking, I have to succeed at this, he says, reframe it as, I'm going to learn from every attempt.
Subtle shift, but so powerful.
Right. And this whole idea of reframing failure, it really stems from his decision to drop out of engineering school.
Right, which he initially saw as a failure.
Exactly. But it forced him to confront his definition of success.
Sometimes those detours, they lead you to where you're supposed to be.
It's about trusting the process, even when it takes you in unexpected directions.
Absolutely.
And that shift, it's clear in his journey.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to take risks, to experiment, to dive into the unknown.
He's fearless.
He even says, the world doesn't owe you anything. You have to create your own opportunities.
He's a self-made entrepreneur through and through.
And I think that's such an important message.
It is.
It's about taking control of your own narrative, you know?
Owning your story.
Exactly. And it's inspiring to see that he's not stopping there.
Right.
He talks about wanting to create a hub in Pakistan.
A hub? What do you mean?
Like a center for innovation and opportunity.
Oh, I see.
A place where he can create jobs, empower people, give back to his roots.
That's amazing, using his success to make a real difference.
And he's realistic about the challenges, you know?
Yeah, I bet there are a lot.
He mentions the economic instability, the brain drain.
Right, those are big hurdles.
But even with all that, he's still incredibly optimistic.
That's really inspiring, though.
He has this analogy, right?
Okay.
He talks about how out of all the potential genetic combinations, the fact that we're even alive, that we get to experience this world.
It's a miracle.
It's like winning the lottery, and he wants us to adopt that mindset.
And mindset.
That I'm lucky to be alive mindset.
Oh, I like that.
It's about gratitude, you know?
Focusing on the positive.
It changes your whole perspective.
It makes you want to take more risks.
Exactly. Embrace those challenges. See the potential, even when things are tough.
It's all about perspective.
And for him, a huge part of that is about pushing yourself.
Always pushing. Yeah.
Outworking everyone else, constantly striving for growth.
Well, it's that dedication that sets successful people apart.
He's a big believer in deliberate practice.
Yeah, honing your craft.
And he encourages us to cultivate a winner's mindset.
What's that mean?
It means embracing failure as part of the journey.
Not being afraid to fail.
He says, don't be afraid to fail. The only real failure is not trying at all.
I love that quote.
It's about learning from those mistakes, coming back stronger.
Bouncing back.
And what I appreciate is he doesn't just limit this to business.
Right.
It's about finding your passion, whatever that is.
Music, art, anything.
Anything, and pursuing it with everything you've got.
That's how you live a fulfilling life.
So, as we wrap up this deep dive into Saad's story, I'm really struck by his belief in human potential.
Me too. He's so inspiring.
It's a reminder that with the right mindset, with the willingness to embrace challenges, we can achieve incredible things.
Absolutely. His story is proof that we create our own success.
And he leaves us with this powerful question. What message are you repeating to yourself?
Good question.
What would it look like to be your own biggest cheerleader?
I love that.
So until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.
See you next time.